you guys. My name is Cecilia, Zawi TV. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my kitchen. I know I've never showed you my kitchen, and this video is meant to inspire those people, especially retiring back to Africa, and they always think that it's about building a big home, building a mansion. You need to have a 3,000, 5,000 square foot house. When you are retired, you've already worked hard in your life. In the diaspora, a lot of people who are seniors, generally I'm saying people who are 60 and above, are thinking to downsize. I'm not sure how that idea of downsizing is popular in Africa. I'm not sure yet, but I've learned this concept of downsizing in the diaspora. So when you are retiring and thinking of a seasonal home in a different part of the world, remember I talked about split retirement in one of my videos. Let's say you are thinking to build a small home in Africa or in Europe, wherever. Think small. Don't break the bank. You are already retired, probably living on limited funds. I'm not saying when you build a small house, it means you have no money. I've known some people who have it all, but they still want to go small for the convenience. Anyway, I've never shown you my kitchen. Think small. Small spaces can still work, guys. You can turn small kitchen areas into a beautiful, modern, functional kitchen that you will love. Let me show you my kitchen. So I'm going to show you how I have worked with a small kitchen space to create a stylish cooking haven. So whether you are in an apartment, a cottage, or compact home, guys, this kitchen idea will help you maximize your space without compromising beauty. So yeah, the kitchen starts from the kitchen door, which is a side door. It was divided into half so that we can always keep the top door open for fresh air, because we use gas burner for cooking in the kitchen, and then the bottom door closed at all times. And that's just a small pad to give some comfort as you walk in. It's padded, very soft, and then we have our island over there. So as you come in from the side door, this is how you get into the kitchen. Coming from this main door, you see it's also designed like the kitchen door, only this is a wider door, 2 meters wide, including the side, what do they call them? Side fan window or something like that. So you come in from the outside, you walk into the house, facing the back of the house, and then right turn, you see the kitchen window, and then of course into the kitchen. We have the kitchen island here. We've talked about the bar stools in a different area, and we have this lip area so that people can put their feet there. And then it's wide. It's quite wide. This, I've not measured it, but it's more than 1 meter in width. It's quite wide. And yeah, so we'll start from this space. The kitchen island comes with this vegetable rack. You can tell there isn't much, just some onions and potatoes, sweet potatoes, nothing much, but quite convenient because not everything can be placed in the refrigerator. And also you don't want to keep all that stuff on the counter space. So that's the most convenient space for vegetables. I find kitchen makers in Zimbabwe are quite good about this idea. So yeah, and then we have pot drawers, this one and that one, but I don't think there's post there. Somebody switched things around. So anyway, pot drawers, they are quite deep. Let me show you some. You see how deep they are? I think they put these cups. These are supposed to be pot drawers, but they put cups for, these are cups for daily use, and they put them here for the convenience, I think. But this is supposed to be pot drawers. And this one's supposed to, they put some dish towels too, washcloths. And of course, the drawers there. So I designed the kitchen. I worked together with the person who made the kitchen. So I love that. I think that's beautiful. And I chose this design on the cupboards. I chose this design on the cupboards. I love them. They're quite deep. So only 2 pot drawers on my kitchen island, and then 4 on the other side. Shows how deep the the pot drawers are. If you can measure the same width, one pot drawer for these 2 small ones. So we end up with 2 pot drawers and 4 on the side. Yeah, and then we have floating shelves here. We have floating shelves here. And this is not the best decor for the floating shelves. But guys, you have to remember, I don't live here. I just come here sometimes during the year just to run away from the cold. I've always explained why I get severe back pain with cold when I'm in Canada. So I have to come here, and it does help a lot. Otherwise, I'll be getting injections in my spine, and I truly want to avoid that because this has gone on for years. So I find coming to the warmer weather and then going back when winter is better is good. So yeah, so those floating shelves need better stuff. It will come with time. If I'm not living here full time, I don't bother much about a lot of things. Now coming to the kitchen, this is a 10-foot ceiling house. So our kitchen cupboards could only be so tall, if I'm using the right word. You can tell this kitchen cabinet is more than 1 meter high. So we didn't want to get to the ceiling because they would have been very, very, very tall. We also didn't want to cover that part. I just wanted to leave it like that. Also, I'm not going to use that part for any decor because I don't like the idea of putting stuff on there. Maybe a one plant or something would work, but I don't have. So I believe when you don't have something, just refrain from it, right? Of course, the extractor fan and those other cupboards on top there. Let me open them for you. They have to be empty. See? So that's how they open. And then the other one on top there, I can't reach it. And different design on the right side. And of course, we backsplash. I also bought this backsplash at some store in Pomona here in Zimbabwe. I bought the extractor fan in Harare too. The stove was bought here in Harare. It's a gas burner with 5 burners, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one. That plug is for us to use the lighter. When we turn on that, we can just turn this on to turn it on. So we would rather just use our lighters to do that. And then this is a spice rack, nothing in it. Like I said, I don't live here, guys. Sometimes you see this with 1 or 2 or 3 spices here because there's no point. You know, when you are coming here for a couple of months, why would you want to stock a house like that? And when you see my counters are quite, I don't have kitchen gadgets like fryers. And let me be honest with you, when you are using, because I'm off grid here, I'm totally dependent on solar system. Solar system does not support even my system. because maybe it needs to be upgraded. Even this electric jug, so maybe it needs to be upgraded before we can consider this, before we can consider ironing, before we can consider fryers, before we can consider microwave. I'm not a microwave person. I'm quite health conscious and I don't microwave food. Not to say when you microwave you are not, guys. Some things are just preference. If I got a microwave, I would still put it here or maybe here where there's plugs and use it very, very occasionally. So when I say I don't like, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. My idea could be the one that is not good, right? So this area, countertop, is empty. So that's where I could put maybe an air fryer, microwave if I wanted to, and some other couple of gadgets, but those will just be for display as long as I'm still using the current solar system that I have. A double sink, that's not the upscale sink that I know, but it's functional, guys. I use this very, very, very well. Counter space is sufficient, and this is granite. I chose it because it was cheap. Coming here, that's the gas, that's where we light the oven when we want to bake. So you can tell it's quite a huge oven, sorry, a huge stove. Fills up a big space in the kitchen. Let me tell you, when I bought this stove, this button, what do you call it, a button, we're supposed to have one there, and then it had a crack, and when I tried to take it back to the store, they refused to take it back. That's why I'm not telling you where I bought this oven, because the moment I tell you, and people say, oh, they refused it to. Yes, they refused to. I still thought they should have given me a replacement knob, or they would have taken back the stove to give me a brand new one. But they refused because they said I'd had the stove for a long time. If I can't remember how long I'd had it, maybe I don't know. I thought it was less than a year, but anyway, so I have to deal with this problem. I've run around looking for a knob. I couldn't find one, so it's gonna stay like this. And maybe I would have to pull out this to put it there to use it for the oven if I wanted to. But for a brand new stove, I didn't like that idea. So yeah, so backsplash all the way up. And this side, we have, let me start from the bottom drawers there. Bottom drawers, I chose white, guys, and I chose, this is what they call melanin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing melanin, or I put melanin surface or top because it's stronger. It was more expensive, but durable, let me say. So it's quite strong, easier to clean, and last longer. Of course, I have those stress pads on the floor, so it's quite comfortable when you do your dishes. It's very, very, very comfortable because they say they are called stress pads, so it's very soft. And yeah, this side, so you see like I said, my cupboards don't get to the ceiling because these are tall cupboards, but more than a meter tall or high, but we still don't get to the ceiling because it's a 10-foot ceiling. So I put one thing there, cabinetry there, and I put one glass one here, and also another one here, not much there. These cupboards are generally empty because why should they be stuffed if there's nobody here, right? And this other one there on the side. And then this is supposed to be the pantry. Remember I said small kitchens, but it's functional, guys. Very functional. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shelves, very deep, so the groceries will fit. How much groceries would you need? If, let's say, this video is intended generally for people who are retired or maybe an elderly couple or somebody alone, and this should suffice. Even you have a couple of visitors, you're gonna do well. I put the heavy stuff at the bottom, and I'm supposed to put a plastic container, because when we put juices there, when we buy 4 or 5 bottles of juice and cooking oil, we want to put, in case there's a leak, we don't want it to damage the cabinetry, right? So it would be good to put a small plastic tray just in case, right? And then, so this is the groceries that I have. My peanuts, my round nuts there, and of course my refrigerator. I don't have double refrigerator, double door, because I don't need it. Can't fill it, right? With what? This one is not even full. So yeah. And when I'm here, I just have my sister with me, only 2 people, you know. So I'm okay with this. But if it's your wish to have it, why? Sometimes because the double door refrigerators are quite beautiful. They look much better than this one. But at my age and what I'm going through in life, this is sufficient. This is functional. It's still beautiful. I love it. I would rather deal with this small refrigerator, it's a double door, than buy a double door huge fridge and then end up with a refrigerator somewhere on this wall facing the living room space. No. So yeah, guys, I don't know what you think. It kind of looks small from this area, but it's not that small, you know. When you take pictures and videos and you are not an expert, guys, sometimes spaces look smaller than they really are. I don't call this a tiny space, but maybe that's how it shows on the video or on the camera. It's functional, it's a comfortable space, but smaller than kitchens I've seen in huge houses. It's the only reason I'm calling it small, right? So yeah, and that towel is a hand towel. Sometimes it's just for decor, and we just change different towels, different textures, different colors, depending on how we feel, right? Yeah, so I think you have some idea now. It may not be the best, it may not be one of the best, but this is functional. Thinking of retiring in some other part of the world, split retirement, you go and come back. Don't think big. Don't overinvest. I'm not saying don't, like you shouldn't, guys. It's just my ideas. Only those who follow my ideas and believe in them will go by. There's still room. I could still build a huge house if I wanted to, but for me, it's not convenient, it's not practical, it will cost more, and for some people in my situation will be unnecessary trouble. So as you wash your dishes from here, guys, as you wash dishes from here, you overlook the garden space, right? The original style of the house, this window is way behind this wall. So we widened it so we could see outside. So yeah, this is it. This is what we see outside. I can see my neighbors across. I can see the driveway. No car in the driveway because I don't live here. I don't need a car. I can't drive too because of my back. And then there's a garden. I have windows with fan lights right around there. We open the top ones, they're facing downwards. And yeah, a garbage, what do you call it? Container, you know, during the days we scrape food from our dinner plates, we put here, so it closes like that. So it stays here, and then at the end of the day, we kind of empty it. So nothing can crawl in or crawl out. So yeah, I don't know what you think. This is about it. Guys, you have an idea now. So next time I'll be cooking in this kitchen. I don't want to just start doing a cooking video like, oh, she never showed us our kitchen. Yeah, this is it. and that's a dish rack. So this is the kitchen, guys. Not too big, but I really love it. Now guys, just after showing you the kitchen, I'm gonna set the table here, just to go with the kitchen video because the two are related. And this is the dining room space. We have this lighting here at the top there. I bought that from Bauclair, that picture. I love it. And then on this wall, there's just the clock. And this wall is empty. No, do they call it credenza? A cabinetry to put somewhere there to hold, somewhere there to hold dining room, dining room ware. I don't know if they call it, any dinner plates and stuff like that. So no hurry, you don't need to. The house still functions. So yeah, I'm gonna lay out another way to set the table for you. That's my pen over there. I'm gonna take it away. Somebody will say, why would you buy such a table? This table was kind of expensive, guys. My kids had to top the payment for it. I bought it from Sam Levy Village. Very solid wood. This is solid wood, guys. When I say solid, I mean solid. And I love the bottom of it. You see, and the chairs. I just brought these this time around. I got this from HomeSense, Canada. I loved the painting because I loved the green, this one, that would go with the rug over there. Because you find my color scheme is kind of green in the house and brown. So these chairs, I know they have more modern chairs than these ones, but I love these. They are very functional. Nobody living here. When this house was built, it was meant for my mother, my late mother, and my sister. When they come from the village, they come to the city to see doctors. That's why the house is small. And I didn't want to put any furniture that I would, because anyway, my mother is late. She only lived here a few times, a short time, let me say. And now, yeah, now my sister, right? And you've seen my sister, so yeah. So anyway, I will set the table, and as you watch, and I'll explain what I'm doing. I'm gonna set the table. I'm gonna tell you why and why I do it. So if you remember in an old video, I bought these from Simon's at Square One in Canada, and they were expensive, but I got them very cheap. So the idea is not to buy stuff expensive all the time. You can buy stuff cheap too. When you wait and it's on clearance, you get it, right? So I'm just gonna do 4. Maybe should I do 6? I could. This is just for demonstration purposes. This is the wrong side, so with the tag, so it faces that way. You see why I chose this? Why I chose these guys? Because, I've this natural taste to my decor style. So when you look at these placements, they kind of go with the table, right? With the theme. So now I'm putting my forks and knives. I don't know if this is the best color to go with this. Let me know. I could use the silver ones. And then like that. And then like that. It's the first time I'm using this gold cutlery. I've never been fond of it, but I found a lot of people use it these days. Anyway, fork there. I need a knife to put there. Maybe I left it in the kitchen. So, yeah, I'll put it later. So, I'm placing my mess, fork on the left, right side for the table knife, and the spoon on the after the table knife. So now I'm putting my dinner plates. By now, I'm sure you can tell my favorite color is green, guys. I shouldn't even have to tell you that my favorite color is green. Let me grab something else. Okay. Somebody might say, why use green? Green is too much. Yes, this is the Christmas theme. The green color, the reds and the whites. Christmas theme. So I just didn't buy this for Christmas time. It's just because I love the color too. So I'll leave it like that. Let me grab something else. So I'm putting some wine glasses. Guys, some wine glasses on the right top side of the placemat. Now I only have 4, so this is what I'll do. Now because I don't have enough glasses, I only got 4 when I bought this. I also bought this from Simon's. This is Home Sense. This is Home Sense. And I got this, I can't remember where, somewhere in Barry. So because I don't have enough, I'm sure I can get away by putting those clear ones here because it's symmetrical. The only bad thing would be to put that there and then another one, I don't know. But because these end chairs are the main chairs, so I can put that and get away with it. And then now the next thing would be to go and put on maybe a cup of tea somewhere there for everybody, a bowl of whatever, and then a dessert spoon. But for the reason I'm setting the table, why I'm telling you this, sometimes, guys, sometimes, let me say sometimes. Look, one more thing. One more thing. I set the table like this. Sometimes if I'm getting a friend or a couple of friends coming to eat, but also sometimes when it becomes boring to look at a table with nothing on it, I do this sometimes just as decor, right? One day there's green, another day there's a white set of dinner plates, another day, just as part of decor, playing around, changing things, moving them around. When this becomes an interesting, I take it away and put something different. And some people say, oh, this idea of having the table set as decor piece is an old idea. Yes, guys, some ideas are old, but some people love them. I don't throw away ideas because they are old. I love to set tables like this. So sometimes it's set like this even when it's not meal time. Even maybe for a week, I take it away, I clear it. And then when I get bored by the empty space, I bring back another set. And that's how I spend the day. Just trying to find some fun and be creative in my own space and just be happy, you know. Why not? These are small ways, guys, to keep yourself happy, to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself inspired and everything like that. This thing is quite scanty, so what I do sometimes, I can't show it now. These flowers here, guys, I bought them from, I don't know, somewhere in Canada. I think it's Home Sense. But you can tell they are not filling up the entire space. So what I do, I usually pick roses. I should have done that, but they are not at their best right now. Fresh roses in my garden and fill up the space, and it becomes a huge, there's no roses to pick right now. Next time you see this, it will be full of roses. These ones are artificial. This is but then I add in some fresh roses and it becomes beautiful. This is it, guys. I just thought I could do this video and pay it up with my kitchen video. Let me know. Let me get ideas from you. Let me know what, Let me get ideas. Would you set a table as decor for fun? Play around with your dinner sets? I don't have that furniture piece but maybe with time. I'm not in a hurry to, but this is me. This is Cecilia, Zoe TV. Would you do this? Please remember to share, to comment, like, and subscribe.